Welcome back. The channel named Top Coin One Coin, with a story so rich and a value so staggering, it has captivated collectors and historians alike for decades. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating history of the 1905 West Indies 20-cent coin and uncovering why this small piece of metal is now worth a small fortune. The year was 1905, and the Caribbean was a hotbed of colonial power struggles and global trade. The British West Indies, now a collection of independent Caribbean nations, were under British rule at the time. As part of the British Empire, the islands needed a stable currency system, one that could facilitate trade and commerce across the region and with Europe. The 1905 20-cent coin was minted to be part of this effort. It wasn't just another piece of currency, it was a symbol of the economic lifeblood of the Caribbean under British influence. But it was also produced in such limited quantities that today, it has become a highly sought-after collectible. Let's take a closer look at the coin itself. The coin is composed of 80% silver, making it valuable even back in the day. On one side, you'll find an elegant portrait of King Edward VII, the reigning monarch of the time, designed by George William de Saulles, the royal mint's chief engraver. Edward VII had ascended the throne in 1901, and his portrait on this coin signified British imperial power. It was also a mark of prestige, showcasing the craftsmanship and authority of the British Empire over its colonial possessions in the Caribbean. The reverse side of the coin is equally captivating. It displays the denomination, 20 cents, and features an intricate wreath surrounding it, symbolizing both peace and unity. The 1905 date at the bottom is what drives collectors wild, as coins from this year are extremely rare. So why was this coin minted in such limited quantities? The early 1900s were a transitional time for the British West Indies. Trade routes were shifting, new currencies were being introduced, and the economies of the Caribbean islands were evolving. As a result, only a small number of these 20-cent coins were struck. In fact, the 1905 series was one of the last small-denomination silver coins issued before significant changes were made to the region's monetary system. To put it into perspective, only a handful of these coins have survived through the years, making them rare treasures today. Now, let's talk about its value today. If you're lucky enough to find a 1905 West Indies 20-cent coin, you're holding a potential gold mine. These coins have been known to sell for thousands of dollars at auction, depending on their condition. A well-preserved coin can fetch anywhere from $1,500 to $6,000 or more, particularly if it's in mint condition. But what drives such a high market value? First, it's the rarity. As we mentioned earlier, there were very few of these coins minted, and even fewer have survived in good condition. Second, collectors of British and Caribbean coins are always on the hunt for unique, historical pieces, especially those with high silver content and intricate designs. The condition of a 1905 West Indies 20-cent coin can dramatically affect its price. Collectors use a grading scale, ranging from poor to mint state, to determine a coin's value. Coins in poor condition, meaning they have significant wear and tear, might only be worth a few $100s. However, those in mint state, with sharp details and minimal damage, are the holy grail of collectors, often commanding prices over $5,000 at auctions. The 1905 West Indies 20-cent coin is truly one of the most iconic pieces of Caribbean numismatics. Its combination of rarity, historical significance, and aesthetic appeal makes it highly coveted. What's more, it represents a key moment in the Caribbean's colonial and economic history, just as these islands were transitioning towards more modern financial systems. This expert insight shows how the coin is not only a valuable piece of currency but a tangible link to the history of the West Indies. But how does the 1905 West Indies 20-cent coin stack up against other rare coins from the same era? Let's take a quick look at some notable comparisons. While some of these coins are valuable, few can match the combination of rarity, silver content, and historical depth that the 1905 West Indies 20-cent coin holds. The 1905 West Indies 20-cent coin is more than just a piece of metal. It is a symbol of colonial power, a relic of a bygone era, and a masterpiece of numismatic art. Its journey from the harbors of the Caribbean to modern-day auctions has been nothing short of remarkable. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just fascinated by history, this coin represents a unique piece of our shared heritage. So the next time you stumble upon an old box of coins, keep your eyes peeled. You just might uncover a piece of history worth thousands. where we dive deep into the fascinating world of history, rare coins, and collectibles. Today, we're going to explore an extraordinary piece of history, the Dansk Vestindisk Mont 1 cent from 1860. This small coin has an incredibly rich history tied to Denmark's colonial past and the Caribbean, and its value today might surprise you. Whether you're a coin collector or a history enthusiast, you're in for a treat. So, let's start by looking at the history behind this coin. The Dansk Vestindisk Mont, or Danish West Indian coin, was minted in 1860. But what's even more fascinating is the backdrop against which this coin was issued. At that time, Denmark ruled the islands of St. Thomas, St. John, and St. Croix in the Caribbean, collectively known as the Danish West Indies. These islands were crucial for Denmark's economy, especially in the 18th and 19th centuries, primarily due to their role in the sugar trade, which was largely driven by slave labor. By the time the 1 cent coin was minted in 1860, Denmark's control over these islands had already begun to wane, but their importance as trading outposts remained. This 1 cent coin represents not only the monetary system of that period but also the changing times in Denmark's Caribbean territories. The coin itself was made from bronze, and like most colonial currencies, it was meant for circulation among locals, many of whom were enslaved or recently emancipated. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1860 Dansk Vestindisk 1 cent coin. On the obverse side, you'll find the monogram of King Frederik VII of Denmark, who ruled from 1848 to 1863. His initials, F7, are surrounded by a crown, representing the monarchy's authority over the Danish West Indies. And on the reverse side, we have the denomination, 1 cent, written in Danish, along with the year 1860. It's simple, yet effective, and it gives us a glimpse into the colonial currency system. The coin was struck in Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark, and was part of a broader monetary system meant to serve the islands. Now, let's get into what many of you are probably wondering about: the value of this coin today. The 1860 Dansk Vestindisk 1 cent is considered a relatively rare coin, especially in high grades of preservation. Because it was minted in small numbers and circulated primarily in the Danish West Indies, finding one in mint condition can be quite a challenge. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in its market value. Coins that have been well preserved, meaning they have minimal wear and retain their original details, can fetch a much higher price than those that are heavily worn or corroded. For example, a coin in good G condition might sell for around $50 to $100, while a coin in very fine VF condition could easily reach values between $300 and $600. However, if you're lucky enough to find one in mint state, MS condition, meaning the coin is nearly flawless, prices can soar into the thousands of dollars. Some auctions have even seen this coin sell for up to $2,000 or more, depending on its grade and the demand among collectors. It's a prime example of how historical significance, combined with rarity, can drive up the value of a collectible coin. So, what's driving the demand for the 1860 Dansk Vestindisk 1 cent? The coin market is influenced by several factors, including its historical context, rarity, and the overall demand for coins from this era. Over the last few decades, we've seen an increasing interest in colonial and Caribbean coinage. Many collectors are drawn to the story behind this coin. It's not just about its monetary value, but the history it represents. As the market for rare coins grows, so too does the value of pieces like this one. Experts believe that as more collectors focus on colonial history, the value of coins from the Danish West Indies could continue to rise. If you're thinking about adding one of these coins to your collection, here are a few tips. First, always verify the authenticity of the coin. Counterfeits do exist, especially when the value of a coin starts to rise. Look for reputable dealers, attend numismatic conventions, or consult experts who specialize in colonial coins. Second, consider the condition of the coin. Even small differences in wear can drastically affect its value, so grading is essential. And finally, make sure to store your coin properly. Use coin holders or capsules to avoid damage and preserve its condition over time.